There's like 7 minutes left on this auction of $2 bills. I paid face value for these plus $1. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. With eBay fees, right now I'm breaking even. So we will see how high this lot goes. I bet it'll go up another 10 bucks. Oh, come on, please go up. Huh, I'll be damned. No bid snipes. Bummer. Okay, so I basically broke even on that. Well, break even, 29, they're gonna take 20%. It's like 5 bucks, 24, 275 to ship. Yeah, I broke even on it. Oh well. Also, I will quickly show you guys this. This is a Queens Beast coin. They started making these in 2016, the Royal Mint did, of Great Britain. They made 10 different versions of it. They are the Queens Beasts, as I said. This is a 2-ounce coin. These Queens Beast 2 ouncers. This is the first piece of bullion the Royal Mint has produced that is a 2-ounce silver coin. They also make them in other sizes. At one point I had a 10-ouncer when silver was like $29. I think I sold it for like 400 and something. So there's quite a heavy premium on these. They are very collectible. So actually I had one of my TikTok followers come in here and we did a trade. He had this and a couple other coins and I traded him 10 silver eagles plus he gave me 20 bucks and he gave me this and a couple other coins. So each of these 10 beast coins in the series features a stylized version of one of the Queen's heraldic beast statues present at the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II and represents her royal line of ancestry. So this one being the Falcon of the Plantagenets. And as you can see, this one is an MS70. I had a hell of a time finding a value on this coin because some of these coins in MS70 or Proof 70 were like $700. Other ones were like $150. And I looked and I could not find any examples of an MS70 2019 Falcon of the Plantagenets. So I've got it on eBay right now for 600. I would take 300 on it. I'm just trying to get, make this a profitable deal. If I can get 300 on this and then the other stuff I got from that guy, then I make about 100 bucks on the deal. So like I said, there's 10 beasts, but interestingly, in April of 2021, the Royal Mint made a completer coin. It's 10 kilograms of gold. It has a face value of 10,000 pounds. It features all of the Queen's Beasts, so all 10 of them. It's the 11th, like I said, completer coin. Somehow took 400 hours for the Royal Mint to produce, and it took 4 days to polish it. So it's like the coin of coins. The completer coin completed the series. So they're done making these, but this is such a cool series, these Queen's Beasts, and they're very coveted and collectible. The last one that I had, I bought it at spot price. Like the guy came in, I gave him, I think like $270 or $280, and then I turned around and bought it from the old shop for $5 more than I paid. So yeah, that was one that I did not want to sell, but when I was opening this place up, I basically liquidated all of my silver to help open this place. Now, I'm gonna clean the basement, or at least attempt to, because it's really gnarly down here, and I'd like to set up some workout equipment and do some other stuff down here. I'd like to use the space, because like, I have a lot, so thinking either space for working out, or I can kidnap a bunch of kids and open up a textile mill down here and keep them imprisoned and work the little bastards to death. Or more easily, I can do it with seniors. I don't know, there's a lot of potential in this basement, so let's get it cleaned out. It's like all like just dust and asbestos and grossness. So I'm gonna just do this. Let this sit for like a day. And if you're like, Evan, you're terrible at cleaning.
This Soviet Union, they not more exist, this country. No more Soviet Union, now Russian. And this no make more. Yeah. And this, I believe, like 30-year-old. You can find here, I don't know. How much this can be cost?
Let me look it up. Because I've never seen these before.
You know what? You make picture,
yeah,
and you go, and I go back to you.
Okay. And no idea what year it's from?
You can find here.
1961. Okay, so not expensive. I'd give you 10 bucks for the notes.
I have a lot more.
Let me see. What you got?
No, it's the same.
Yeah, these, I mean, like I'm seeing these for like $2-3 bucks. I'd buy these notes at 15.
$15?
Yeah, 15 bucks.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. What else you got?
This is different history. It's very old. This 1909.
Oh, wow.
This Before Russian, before everything.
The guy wants $1, $3.
I can keep this. This is my mom.
Yeah, I'd give you $5 for the pair. So I'd make it $30 for everything. What is going on, you guys? We are between the pawn. I'm Evan Kale, and I own a gold and silver business. God, I love saying that. How's the week been this week? Pretty good. Well, I guess last week was pretty good. This week has been slow, but last week I had a huge jewelry deal that came in. This lady brought it's like all over jewelry, thousands of dollars, and I'm gonna make thousands of dollars. So that was really good. That was one of those deals that it was so good. If I can do one of those a week, I'll be immensely profitable. The thing is with this, when people bring their jewelry, you gotta realize it's not easy to sell that stuff. You can either put it on eBay like I do and sit on it for a couple months and maybe you'll sell it piece by piece, or you can just liquidate all of it, get cash right now, come to somebody like me, and I am running the most competitive game in town. My thing is, if you've got a better price, if you found a better price, tell me, give me proof, I'll beat it. No matter what, I'll beat it. I'm that competitive. So that's been helping a lot, but like I said, this week hasn't been great. I bought some Facebook ads, I bought an ad on Patch. According to my analytics, thousands of people have seen my ads, so I'm hoping that has some effect. I haven't really gotten that yet. All these two kind of gangster dudes came in last week and they had me weigh their 10-carat chain to see if they got a good deal. The guy said he paid 10 grand for it, and they're like, yeah, it's worth 7. The guy looked at me, he's like, I talked him down from 13 to 10. I was like, well, if you'd paid him 13, I'd suggest going and breaking his legs. He left me his business card, and again, these dudes were these were some hard dudes, and the business card, they run some kind of a security company, just like a big gorilla on their business card. So the guy's like, yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna see if my jewelry's worth stuff before I buy it. I'll bring it to you. I was like, I'm happy to be your consultant, sure. Tell your friends. I did a giant gold deal last week. I had the guy pay me for all of it up front and I just ordered it. So I'm basically moving gold for him and I'm taking some money off the top. So that was really profitable and easy. And I gotta do more of that too, because nobody has sold me gold yet. And it's really hard to get gold right now. And it's not a good look when I have gold and silver on the name of my business. It's yeah, I got a little silver, no gold. So I ordered a few extra ounces on top of this guy's order just so I can have some in the store, but I'll probably be able to sell them pretty quick. I'm gonna try and keep gold stocked here. The thing is, to do that, number one, the price of gold could drop and I could get burned on that. Number two, it requires a lot of capital to get 3, 4, 5 ounces of gold. So I'm finagling that. But anyway, for this Between the Pawn, I'm gonna answer and talk about a question I got in the comment section from Silver Baron 14. He asked me, what does it take to set up a shop like this? And some of you guys know this because I really have covered this on my show before and walked you through it, but again, I'll just kind of rehash how I set this business up because I'm on path to be profitable. I'm projecting that I'm gonna be profitable very soon. Not a lot of businesses are profitable that quick. And just in doing this, a lot of people watch my videos and they wanna know how I do what I did. And it's not terribly hard. I set this business up for about $25,000 and I was able to secure some operating capital from a bank, from 2 of my TikTok followers that gave me loans, and from just I liquidated all my cryptocurrency, I had some savings. So I'm running this business not on a huge amount of money, but luckily I was able to talk to a wealthy individual who I know here in town. I was like, look, what's gonna happen is somebody's gonna come in here in the next 6 months and they're gonna have 100 grand worth of silver to sell me. And I won't be able to buy it because I don't have the capital. If I can use you as a bank, I can buy it, I can flip it, I can just pay you half the profits. It's I'm using your money to make money, in and out, boom, boom, boom. So I just secured that as a line of credit. So you're gonna need operating capital, you're gonna need the equipment. Luckily, I'm operating in the state of Minnesota, and this is probably one of the best states in the country to be doing this business in because the laws are fairly lax. In this state, I can buy and sell on the same day. I don't have a pawn license. If I had a pawn license, then I'd have to clear merchandise with the police. It would take me a couple weeks to buy and sell stuff. But because I don't do that, I simply buy it from somebody, acquire it, pay them off. It is mine to sell. I can do it the same day. You got to look into the laws of your state. Every state is different. And some states are way more strict than others. In fact, I've had people in other states basically yell at me because it's they think I'm breaking the law. It's no, I'm not. Legislation in my state just happens to be really lax. It's good legislation. It's great for running a business like this. So know the laws of your state. The pieces of equipment you need to acquire. Well, number one, you need a building. You need a good building for cheap. The problem with the old shop, there were a lot of problems, but one of the most glaring problems was it needed 50 to 100K in renovations. I insisted we remodel during COVID. The owner put like $10,000 into remodeling a store. It wasn't enough. It changed it a lot, but it still wasn't enough. So that store needed a ton of work. This place is cheap and it needed no work. And the landlord was like, anything you want, I'll do it. So I had him paint and put in new floors. He did all of it for me for free. He put my awning up for free. You gotta have a good location. You gotta have a location with a lot of traffic too. I'm on a really busy street and I have this big ridiculous yellow sign out that says "We Buy Gold," and that obnoxious sign actually does a ton for me for business. Right now, I've had no impact on my Facebook ads. I survey people when they come in, how did you hear about me? Some people are saying Google. Google has been helpful. It was really helpful at the old shop. I have somebody who I pay just to do my Google AdWords and like keep me updated on Google. That's something you have to build up, but once you get that, it's really good for advertising. I've been basically just doing like digital marketing and just organic marketing of having a silly sign out in front of my store, and it's been working. So you need to be on a busy street, you need to have the right marketing, you need to have the right signs and stuff to indicate what you're doing. Having a giant social media audience really helps. In fact, I've said this before, but I would not have been able to open this place without you guys. And you need like proper equipment. So let me show you. So some equipment I have. A coin counter is gonna be very essential. I get people coming in here with junk silver all the time, like hundreds of dollars worth, and there's no way I'm gonna count it by hand. I gotta run it through a coin counter. I got this thing for 300 bucks. Definitely get a used one, because a new one will, like I got a quote on a new one, it was like $2,500, and then I found this one on Craigslist. It's a little bit older, but 300 bucks. The guy delivered it to me too, and it's just a great machine. So definitely get a coin counter. You're gonna need a Sigma precious metal verifier. You absolutely cannot function without this thing. If you get 100-ounce bars, it will not read them, or like the reading won't go all the way through. But for like 10 ounces, 5 ounces, 1 ounce is the bread and butter of what you're gonna be doing. This is an absolutely essential piece of equipment. It's about $1,200. They're kind of hard to find. There's a huge demand for them right now. But you literally cannot function in this business without one of these. You're gonna need jewelry testing, acid, pretty rudimentary. I was able to get this equipment for like 15 bucks. This scale, I would recommend this scale as an industry standard. In fact, in the state of Minnesota, you legally have to have a scale like this and you have to be using the scale. So I'd recommend a scale like this. Obviously I got a computer, I'm totally digital, unlike the old store. The old store was all paper, and I've brought the store into the 21st century. What year am I in? You're going to need a security system. I use Vivint, and I have cameras around the store, and I have glass breaks, meaning if somebody breaks the glass, it sets off an alarm. I also have motion detectors. And when I was setting the store up, I was posed with the question, do I want to do it like the old store with like bulletproof glass and bars and the gun and all the intimidating shit? And the answer I arrived at is no. I'm gonna do something different. It's gonna be more friendly here. You've got to have insurance. I've got business insurance. If somebody's gonna rob me, take it. It's not worth it. It's not worth killing somebody. I have insurance. Like, if I get robbed, I have a solution to the problem. It's not high up on my list of concerns. I'm really not worried about that happening, but it is good. You gotta have some kind of security. I do recommend Vivint. The one thing that I don't like about them, you can only have 3 cameras recording everything. Otherwise, your cameras are motion sensitive. And if you trigger more than 3 cameras to record everything, they record for like 2 days and they stop recording. So I've had a few issues where, I wanted to see the footage again, but then I realized like the camera stopped recording like a week ago because I had more than 4 cameras doing it. So Vivint does have some drawbacks, but for the most part, they're pretty cheap and I would say effective for a security system. You are also going to be licensed. So I have a precious metal dealer's license, a state bullion license, I have an auctioneer license for fun. I have a certificate from the city allowing me to do business. Licensing is important. I've never had anybody come into the store and want to see my license and I obviously have it displayed right there. But when I was on the road, somebody called the cops on me, if you guys saw the first buy trip, and they were like, do you have a bullion license? Yes, I do. Okay, have a nice day. Odds are your state is going to want a bullion license. They're also going to want a surety bond. I want to say my bond was like $300 or something. It's an extra formality. It's like basically like paying an extra tax for the state. I just Googled surety bonds for bullion. I clicked the first thing that came up. It's like a major company with a 1-800 number. It was based in Missouri, licensed in California, and could issue a license to any state in the US. So that's how I got my license, or my surety bond. Finally, you're going to need inventory, and you gotta be really careful on the inventory aspect. This is kind of where I fucked up. I was going to antique shops in the month that I was setting this business up, and I was buying antiques to try and flip them on eBay. And I had some good deals for sure. I made some money, but I got a little overzealous, and I bought way too much stuff. I just wanted to have cases full of merchandise. I didn't want people walking in here and me not having anything. And the bottom line is, for 10 grand, I didn't really get enough stuff to really plug that hole. Basically, it just ate up a bunch of my capital, and I'm sitting on a bunch of stuff that I haven't sold yet, and it was kind of a mistake. So it's good to have merchandise, but go to garage sales or estate sales. Don't go to, like, unless you're gonna get a killer deal, don't go to antique shops, because you're gonna be sitting on the stuff, and you need all the capital you can get. Yeah, so like this stuff is cool, but it's gonna take me a long time to sell it. And then my coin collection, this is literally, this half down here, everything that's graded is for my personal collection. This is all stuff I've acquired along the way. You know, I am a coin shop and I want coin people coming in here, especially to sell me coins. It's something I make a lot of money on, but I do most of my commerce for coins online. So, you know, when I get a coin and it doesn't sell online right away, it's gonna sit in the case for a while. Also, currency is something you're gonna for sure have to be careful with. It's very easy to spend a lot of money on currency, and it's a very niche market. It is not like the coin market. It's not that I have these bills overpriced. It's just that I can't find a buyer for a lot of them. So I'm just sitting on some of these currency notes. It's good to buy currency, but just don't overinvest in it. Like, as you guys saw in that auction, those $2 bills, I broke even on them. So, you know, I'm not here to break even, I'm here to make money. Other things you're going to need: a safe, help. I have help here. I could not do this business without help. There's no way I could run it by myself, nor would I want to. I could, but it would limit my ability to do stuff, because as I'm sitting here making propaganda for YouTube, trying to build up my YouTube audience, which feeds into my TikTok audience, which feeds into sales, I have Juliet doing eBay right now. So there's two people here working at once, and that's what makes this business successful. Right now, I'm being propped up by eBay quite a bit. I don't want to be relying on eBay so much in the future, but just kind of for where I'm at right now with this new business, it really helps. So you're going to want multiple revenue streams. You're gonna probably wanna get help if you can afford it, and you're gonna for sure wanna take advantage of social media, because I wouldn't be sitting here doing this. I wouldn't be the pawn man without it. Social media is important. Other pieces of equipment, you're gonna need a safe, any kind of a safe. I think I spent like $1,500 on my safe. I got a really heavy duty safe, and I did not need to do that. The most important thing you're going to need is knowledge and experience. You're gonna wanna read as many books about this subject as you possibly can. Books about coins, books about the economics of gold and silver, the history of gold and silver, how nations deal with gold and silver. You're gonna wanna be as educated about this as possible. There are resources on YouTube. If you're interested in learning about coins, PCGS has a lovely YouTube channel that'll teach you plenty. There's also just plenty of really good YouTubers that are very informative. Treasure Town is an individual who I watch a lot of their videos, and I think they're great. There's a lot of really good experts you can consult online. Learn. Use your brain as a sponge, soak up as much as you can. And the fact is, you're gonna learn from School of Hard Knocks too. I went out today with a friend for lunch, and we were talking about, you know, my time at the old place, and the fact that the old man probably sunk about $30,000 into educating me between mistakes and time and everything else. So I was able to get a great education from an expert for free. I would recommend, if you're interested in this business, unless you really know what you're doing or you have some experience, I would totally apprentice with somebody or just learn under somebody for a while. Let somebody else make mistakes, and you can watch and you can see how they made mistakes. You know, there's several mistakes I learned to catch, and I learned it through error at the old shop where I didn't pay for anything. It came out of the old man's pocket. So like, for example, 18 karat men's chains. File into that shit. It's probably fake. If I see an 18 karat chain, I assume it's fake. We made a mistake last year. We bought a 18 karat chain for like $1,800, and it was gold filled. It was worth like $100. So, you know, School of Hard Knocks, I learned without paying anything. I feel like I'm missing something, but these are kind of the basics for how one goes about setting up a shop like I did. You need space, you need experience, you need licenses, you need equipment, and you need help, and you need knowledge. Get those 6 things, you're in business. So wrapping up here for these Between the Pawns, you guys, if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them on Between the Pawn. In fact, I'd like to do it more of a Q&A kind of style, so I'm not just sitting here being like, well, how is business? I guess it's good. What happened this week? I bought some jewelry, because that'll get repetitive. So put questions in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share my videos, spread the gospel of Pawn Man. I could really use some more views. Hit that notification button so you know when new episodes of Pawn Man are coming out. I am an author. You guys can read my books on Amazon. Just type in my name. Become a Patreon member of Pawn Man for $1 a month. You get to see my videos early before everyone else. I just send my Patreons an unlisted video link. And all the money that I get from Patreon goes to the show. As you can see, I have a lavalier mic. So thank you, Patreons, for buying this for me. Yeah, that's all I got. Put your questions in the comment section. I will see you guys back here for another episode of Pawn Man. Later, guys.